Assalamualaikum. Our group will present about salad and dressing. First of all, my name is Nur Asha Amirah binti Damasa. My matric number is 17-F22F1029. First, introduction. Salad dressing are liquid and semi-liquid used to flavor salads. They are sometimes considered cool sauce and they serve the same function as sauce. That is, they flavor, moisten, and enrich. Most of the basic salad dressing used today can be divided into three categories. So let's get started. Number 1 is mayonnaise-based dressing. Mayonnaise is the most important emulsified dressing. Mayonnaise is a mixture of oil and vinegar, but the two are bound together by egg yolks, which act as an emulsifier. Commercial emulsifiers are gums, starches, and gelatin. It can be served by itself or added to make a new dressing. Emulsified French dressing is similar to basic French dressing, except egg yolks has been added to keep the oil and vinegar from separating. The general ingredients are pasteurized egg yolks, oil, vinegar, and seasoning. How to make mayonnaise? The most important ingredients is 8 egg yolks, preferably pasteurized, 30 ml vinegar, 10 ml salt, 10 ml dry mustard, pinch cayenne, 1.7 liter salad oil, 60 ml vinegar, 50 to 60 ml lemon juice. There is a type of mayonnaise-based dressing. The number 1 is Thousand Island dressing, French dressing, Louis dressing, Russian dressing, Chantilly dressing, blue cheese dressing, and aioli.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Nasrullah bin Ma'azar Zuhdi, 70-F22F1023. So for today, I would like to talk about all-batch dressing. So basically, what is all-batch dressing? All-batch dressings are temporary emulsions consisting olive oil and vinegar, commonly called vinaigrette. Oil and vinegar emulsions is the most common of all dressing. It can be made in bulk and kept for later use. I gave you guys a list of oil-based dressing which are used in varying proportions. For American, they use 1 part oil plus 1 part vinegar. For English, they use 1 part oil plus 2 part vinegar. For French, they use 3 part oil and 1 part vinegar. And for Italian, they use 4 part oil and 1 part vinegar. So what is temporary emulsion that I just talked about? Temporary emulsions means that the oil and vinegar will be separated after a period of time. It is important to re-emulsify the dressing by agitations or whisking just before use to ensure that the dressing is thoroughly blended together. The best way to make all-based dressing is to choose good quality ingredients, prepare and mix dressing well in advance, allowing the flavor to fully infuse with each other. So next, I will talk about cooked dressing. So cooked dressing resemble creamy dressing but are usually thickened by adding egg yolk and gently heating and also often containing mustard. For easy to understand, cooked dressing is a cooked salad dressing thickening with egg yolk and often containing mustard. It is cooked or partially cooked. That is why it is called cooked dressing.
My name is Nur Anadika binti Ahmad Isni and my matric number is F1025. Next, I will talk about Eastern dressing. What is Eastern dressing? Eastern dressing is the same with the Western dressing, but in Eastern dressing, we use a sumac. So a fresh citrusy simple dressing with hints of a Middle Eastern flavor. The yogurt base paired beautifully with the tangy citrus notes of the sumac and the lemon. So what is the sumac? So a sumac is less known but as well used spice in the Middle Eastern food. It comes from dried cranberries from the wild sumac flower, which grows well in the subtropical and temperate regions throughout all the world. This delicious spice is a wine red with the tangy hint of the citrus flavor. Conclusion. So in conclusion, the sauce that used for salad is called a salad dressing. Contains a combination of liquids such as oil and vinegar as well as spice, such that it can be used as a seasoning. The addition of dressing enhances the flavor of the salad, making it more appetizing while also enhancing It's a look.